One cup of English.
Real English for real life. Okay, so you sit down at a restaurant abroad. The waiter hands you a menu. You open it. Half the words you don't know. The other half you recognize but have no idea if it's a soup or a dessert. And then the waiter comes back and starts listing the specials of the day. Fast, confident, completely unstoppable, and you nod like you understood every word. You did not.
Or you get the wrong dish and you don't know how to say something without starting an international incident. Or the bill arrives and you have no idea if tipping is expected, how much, and do you say something or just leave cash on the table and walk out?
Today we cover all of it. 10 real restaurant situations. The awkward ones, the stressful ones, the ones nobody warns you about. I'm Jason.
And I'm Sophia. Subscribe if you want more of this. We cover a new real-life situation every week. And if this episode is useful, a like takes 2 seconds and genuinely helps us. Okay, let's order.
All right, let's start. Situation number 1, and honestly the most common one. You open the menu and it's just words. Maybe it's in English, but it's very fancy English. Seared duck confit on a bed of wilted greens with a pomegranate reduction, and you're just staring at it.
And you don't want to look stupid, so you don't ask. You just point at something random and hope for the best.
Don't do that. The waiter's job is literally to explain the menu. You can ask, "Sorry, what is this exactly?" and point to the dish. Or, "Can you explain this one?" They'll tell you what's in it, how it's cooked, how big it is. This is a normal question. Locals ask it too.
And if you want a recommendation, what do you recommend? Or what's popular here? Both are perfect. Waiters love this question. They usually have a genuine answer and they'll steer you towards the good stuff.
You can also narrow it down. "I'm in the mood for something light. What would you suggest?" Or, "What's the chef's specialty?" You sound like someone who knows what they're doing, even if you have absolutely no idea what you're doing.
Fake it till you make it, but in English. Situation 2. And this one is brutal. You sit down, the waiter comes over, smiles, and launches into the specials. So tonight we have pan-seared halibut with a lemon caper butter sauce, a slow-braised short rib with parsnip puree and crispy shallots, and for our vegetarian option, and it just keeps going.
And you smile and nod the entire time, and when they finish, you say, "Great, thanks," and immediately look back at the menu because you retained absolutely nothing.
It happens to everyone. The specials are always fast, always dense, and honestly, even native speakers sometimes miss half of it. So the fix is simple. When they finish, you say, "Sorry, could you repeat the first one?" Or, "What was the fish dish again?"
Or, even more direct, "Sorry, I didn't catch all of that. Is there a specials board?" Some restaurants write them on a chalkboard. If not, the waiter will repeat everything. No irritation, no judgment. This is their job.
The phrase, "I didn't catch that," is so useful in a restaurant. It just means I didn't hear clearly. Keep it ready. You'll use it a lot.
Situation 3, peer pressure. You open the menu. You haven't even found the main courses yet, and the waiter is already back. Are you ready to order? And you panic and either order something random or say yes and then freeze completely.
The solution is so easy, and people just don't know this phrase. "Could we have a few more minutes, please?" That's it. The waiter says, "Of course," and walks away. You get your time. Nobody is offended.
In British English, you'll also hear, "Can we have a moment?" Same thing. Both are completely standard. Waiters hear this 50 times a day.
And when you are ready, catch their eye and give a small nod or a slight raise of your hand. Not a wave like you're hailing a taxi, just a gentle lift. They'll come.
In the US especially, waiters check in very often. It can feel like a lot, but "a few more minutes, please" works every single time, as many times as you need.
Situation 4, and this one is genuinely important, not just awkward, but it can actually affect your health. A lot of people with allergies or dietary restrictions just stay quiet because they don't know what to say, or they think asking is too complicated.
It's not complicated. The phrase is, I'm allergic to, and then the thing. I'm allergic to nuts. I'm allergic to shellfish. Short, clear. Any restaurant that takes allergies seriously, and most do, will immediately tell you what's safe.
And if it's a preference rather than an allergy, you don't eat meat, you're vegan, you avoid gluten, you say, I'm vegetarian or I'm vegan, and ask, do you have any options for me? Most menus have something, and asking is always fine.
You can also ask about one specific dish. Does this have any nuts in it? Or is this dairy-free? The waiter will check with the kitchen if they're not sure. If they say, I'm not 100% sure, that's actually a good sign. It means they're taking it seriously.
And for a severe allergy, it's a serious allergy. Could you check with the kitchen? Most restaurants will. Don't just hope it'll be fine.
Situation 5. The waiter puts a plate in front of you, and it's not what you ordered. You ordered the salmon. This is definitely pasta, and they're still standing right there.
And a lot of people, especially people who don't feel confident in English, just eat the pasta. They don't want the confrontation, and they spend the whole meal slightly annoyed.
Don't eat the pasta. You just say politely, I'm sorry, I think this might not be mine. I ordered the salmon. Notice the construction. I think this might not be, rather than this is wrong. You're flagging a mix-up, not making an accusation. It makes the whole thing much smoother.
The waiter will apologize and fix it. This happens in every restaurant. They'd rather know immediately than have you sitting there with the wrong food for 20 minutes.
And if they've already walked away when you realize, catch their attention and say, excuse me, I think there might have been a mix-up with my order. Calm, polite, completely effective.
Situation 6, and this is the one that really separates people. The food is wrong, and you have to say something, because sending food back feels rude in a way that other complaints don't. The food was made for you. Saying something feels personal.
But restaurants want to know, genuinely. A cold dish means something went wrong in the timing, and a good restaurant will fix it without hesitation. Sitting there quietly and then leaving a bad review is worse for everyone.
So, excuse me, I think my food might be a bit cold. Could you warm it up? I think and a bit do a lot of work here. You're not attacking. You're flagging a problem calmly.
For undercooked meat, I asked for medium, and this looks quite rare. Could it go back to the kitchen? And if it's a general quality issue, something tastes off, it's not what you expected, you can say, I'm sorry, I'm not really enjoying this. Is there something else I could try? A good restaurant will offer an alternative or take it off the bill. Situation 7, slightly different from the last one. That was about the food. This is about the experience. You waited 40 minutes for your starter. The waiter forgot your drink. The table next to you arrived after you and already has their food.
And you don't want to be that person, but at some point you need to say something. And the way to do it without sounding aggressive is to frame it as checking in rather than complaining.
So instead of, we've been waiting for ages, which is true but sounds like an accusation, you say, sorry to bother you, we've been waiting about 40 minutes for our food. Is everything okay in the kitchen? You're giving them an out, and you're reminding them you exist.
Sorry to bother you is a great opener for any complaint in a restaurant. It immediately sets a non-aggressive tone. For a forgotten item, excuse me, I think my drink might have been forgotten. That question mark matters. You're checking, not accusing.
And here's the thing. The softer your language, the faster people actually fix things. An aggressive complaint puts people on the defensive. A polite one makes them want to help you. It's counterintuitive, but it's true.
Situation 8. Flip side of the last one. You need something. Your glass is empty, you have a question, you want the bill, and the waiter is nowhere. Or they keep walking past your table without making eye contact. You've become invisible.
In some countries, particularly in Southern Europe, you're expected to actively call the waiter. In the UK, you don't shout, you catch their eye. In the US, the waiter checks on you every 7 minutes, whether you want them to or not. Culture really does matter here.
But universally, a slight raise of your hand and eye contact works. When they come, sorry, could I get, and then what you need. Could I get some more water? Could I get another glass? In countries where calling out is normal, a clear, excuse me, is completely fine.
And for the bill, could we get the bill, please, in British English, or could we get the check, please, in American English? Bill and check mean exactly the same thing. If you're not sure which to use, bill works everywhere. Situation 9. You've eaten, it was great, now the bill arrives, and there's that awkward 3 seconds where everyone looks at each other. This is actually one of the most stressful moments for people in a restaurant because it involves money and maths and English all at once.
So let's kill the anxiety now. The cleanest solution. Before the meal even starts, when the waiter takes your order, you say, "Could we have separate bills, please?" Done. They track it from the beginning, no maths at the end.
If you forget, which everyone does, you can still ask at the end, is it possible to split the bill? Most restaurants will do it. Some won't if it's very busy, but asking is always okay.
Splitting evenly. Could we split this equally? There are 4 of us. One person paying for everyone. I'll take care of this one. Very natural, very clear. This is the phrase people actually use. And situation 10, tipping, because this is genuinely confusing. It changes by country, the rules are unwritten, and the anxiety of getting it wrong is very real.
Let's go through it. The United States, you tip. Always. 15% is the minimum. 20% is standard for good service. 25% for really exceptional. It's not optional. Servers in the U.S. are paid very low base wages, specifically because tips are expected. Not tipping is a serious thing there.
The UK, tipping is appreciated but not required. Around 10 to 12% is the norm. Check the bill first. Sometimes a service charge is already included. It'll say 12.5% service charge included. If it is, you're done. If it's not, leaving something is a nice gesture, but you won't cause offense if you don't.
Australia and New Zealand, tipping is not expected at all. People do it for exceptional service, but there's no social pressure. Most of Europe, rounding up or leaving a few coins is common. Nothing like the US.
Practically, if the card machine asks, "Would you like to add a gratuity?" Gratuity is just the formal word for tip. Tap the percentage or type an amount. If it's cash, leave it on the table or hand it directly to the waiter and say, "And this is for you." Or, "Please keep the change." Both are natural, both are clear.
And if you genuinely don't know whether tipping is expected somewhere, look it up before you go. There's no shame in that. Getting it right matters more than pretending you already knew.
Let's go back through 5 words that come up in restaurants all the time and are worth knowing properly.
Specials, not special. Specials, plural. These are dishes the restaurant makes fresh that day, not on the regular menu. The waiter tells you about them when you sit down. What are the specials today is a completely normal question.
Gratuity, the formal word for tip. You'll see it on card machines and bills. Gratuity not included means tip is on you. Gratuity included means it's already in the total.
Rare, medium, well done. How cooked your meat is. Rare, red inside. Medium, pink in the middle. well done, cooked all the way through. When the waiter asks, how would you like it for a steak or burger, this is what they mean.
Dairy-free and gluten-free. Dairy-free means no milk, butter, cream, or cheese. Gluten-free means no wheat, so no bread, pasta, most sauces. Is this dairy-free, or do you have gluten-free options?
And bill versus check. British English, bill. American English, check. They mean exactly the same thing. If you're not sure which country's version to use, could we get the bill, please? Works everywhere.
Before we close, we want your restaurant story, because everyone has eaten something they didn't order. Everyone has smiled and nodded through the specials. Everyone has sat in silence waiting for a bill that never came.
Mine, I once ate a whole dish I was allergic to because I didn't want to make a fuss. I spent the rest of the evening regretting every life choice I'd ever made.
Mine is less dramatic. I once asked for still water, meaning no bubbles, and got sparkling anyway. And instead of saying anything, I just drank it. All of it. 3 glasses. I hate sparkling water.
We are both disasters. Leave your story in the comments. Worst order, most awkward moment, a phrase that saved you. We genuinely read every single one.
10 situations, and in every single one, the difference between panic and confidence is usually one sentence. Could you explain this? I'm allergic to nuts. I think there might have been a mix-up. Could we get the bill, please?
Short, polite, direct. That's the pattern. It works in restaurants, it works in hotels, on planes, at doctors. That's the whole podcast, really.
If this episode helped you, a like means a lot. It takes 2 seconds and helps more people find us.
And subscribe for the next one. Hotels, airports, doctors, shopping, real English for real moments.
Enjoy your meal.
See you in the next one.